Shalom, fellas. What's going on? What's going on? We starting in 5. We finna have us some fun, and we're gonna have Panny eat on the phone. I'm gonna call him. Uh, what's up, Willie? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Smokey? Goddamn deal. This is so beautiful. The Social Security Administration, man. What's up, y'all? What's up? More people come on in. Come on in. Penny, they had got that refund, and then they turn around and send him this the next day. What's up? This is a blessing, man. I'm so happy. I'm happy for everybody who don't have to be in the hands of a hoe, of a dirty, low down, non dishing, vagabond tramp. And shout out to Kish for making up struggle plays. Kish made that struggle play. He made that up. That's his shit. I'm gonna put that up now. I'm gonna call Penny to now. Man, it feels good to have some men. To have men. There's only a few good men. It feels good to have men in here that who still in love their baby mama and trying to fuck their baby mama. Oh, this is my baby mama. This ain't the bitch ass. This ain't the bitch ass crew. You know what I mean? We run this child support shit. We ain't giving this shit back. We own this child support shit. You know what I'm talking about? Well, brothers, we about to start.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Well, we about to start. Let me go ahead in the intro, my brother.
Okay, cool. Let me get to the podcast because I know you said 5 minutes.
Yeah, we live. I'm calm. Hold on just a second. Let me start the intro.
All right.
And people, this shit ain't scripted. But anyway, we reserve all our rights and waive none. We ain't anti-government, any of that bullshit. What else? Oh yeah, we run this child support shit, and we ain't giving it back. You know what I mean? And you can take that shit to the bank. You know, because for one thing, why we run this shit, because we ain't hard up for our children's mom. We don't chase this hoe. We all feelings and all that shit died when the bitch went down to the agency and did some imposterous shit. All right, my brother, you gonna do what you gotta do. Tell us a little bit what happened, man, especially for that refund, my brother.
Word up, yo. Peace to everybody in the podcast tonight. Peace to Wasil. Peace to Shamstoppers, G Alex, JC, even all of the other people in the background that, I don't know yet. But yeah, as far as this goes, Wasil, Shamstoppers is different from anybody else on YouTube with this shit. And the reason being is, he does one-on-ones, right? He answers the phone. He gives you that one-on-one attention that you're gonna need, and he backs it up with these books, and you can read the same books with your own two eyes and verify that stuff. So what happened with me is, I just started watching his videos. You know what I mean? I didn't get him at first. And because I was real new to looking for help and didn't understand much at all. But eventually I came, and then I started watching the videos, and things started just to make sense. Then he started presenting these books. I started acquiring those same books and reading exactly the same thing he was showing. So at the end of the day, he put up with me and all of my newbie questions. He gave me answers. He directed me to what to read, and so forth, and some powerful paperwork. And this paperwork, I don't see anybody else presenting anywhere. Okay. And once I presented this paperwork after doing my research, it shook them up. You know what I mean? They kind of give them a deer in the head, the agency a deer in the headlights kind of thing. And what they did is they just they ceased and desist on their own. You know what I'm saying? Some things I was asking for, they couldn't provide, and I knew right then and there that it's a huge scam. It's the biggest hustle I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? And it's generating a lot of money, and that's why they feel like they can do it and get away with it. Guys, they are violating your rights. They are violating your life. They violating your privacy. They are just they're extorting you. And Brother Wasil, he proved all of that. And with that, like I said, with that paperwork, he had me submit. These guys were basically running for cover. You feel me? And it validates everything. They don't have nothing on you. You just got to go in there. You got to demand to see some things, like you said, what's on the record, and you'll find out real quick, like they're empty. So what happened with me was I did all that, and I was getting hit up by 2 different states. And one state, once I sent that paperwork to them, they totally stopped. They didn't even respond to me. They just totally stopped what they were doing, their collections, right? And as you can see in this paperwork here, this is a different state. They had sent me some information, and they basically said that we're going to stop the collections too. You know what I mean? They didn't say why. They just said we're going to stop, and then they sent me a refund check. Now, if they was in the right, why would they send me a refund check? See what I'm saying? That proves right there that they know they're in the wrong, and that's going to be evidence for the next step. So we're going to go for the big fish here. That little bit of check is an insult for the hell they put me through for a lot of years, for my own children, which they don't even have evidence of me not taking care of, just because these women are upset for a failed relationship with you as the baby daddy. That's why they go down there. You know what I mean? There's nothing more than failed relationships, and they're butthurt, so they want to try to get at you by putting these people if I lived to be 200 years old, I couldn't thank Wasil and Shamstoppers enough for basically saving my life. You know what I mean? We need money to live, and honestly, these people, man, they don't give a shit about you. They just take. And I was telling myself too, man, there was times where I had to make decisions on if I was going to put gas in my car so I can get to work, or if I was going to do my laundry, or if I was going to go get lunch that day. You know, that's how bad these people were just raping my pockets. But it's over now. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for that.
That's what's up, my brother. And you sent me that long. You sent me the other. Was it Florida or Florida stopped first, right?
Florida stopped first earlier this year. After I started asking, you sent me that paperwork to send in, and I started asking some questions, and it's some hardcore questions, and I gave them more than enough time to respond to it, and they gave me shit that was totally irrelevant and nothing that I asked for. You see what I'm saying? They stopped in early this year. This one right here is New York's. And, you know, New York is I'm from New York, but, you know, I know it's a dickhead state. And these guys, they're tough. And, you know, they don't want to admit guilt, but they finally did. It took some time. I don't know if it was because of the mail being slow. I don't know if it was because of COVID, whatever. But this whole process moves slow. This is a chess game. This is not checkers at all. And you might get discouraged because it takes long, but you got to let shit work. You know what I'm saying? And when it don't work, that's when you hammer their ass. You know what I mean? If they take too long or if they just ignore you, you hammer their ass after that, and you be totally in the right.
That's what I'm talking about. See, we could have been done a testimony on that, but I said nah, because I was telling people we have testimonies, right? We got more testimonies, but you know what I mean? Why I got to keep doing the same thing? And I already told y'all what we about. You know what I'm talking about? It's some guys that came and got our services, and the shit didn't work out for them. And let me tell y'all why the shit don't work out for the ones that came and got services. Number one, they still fucking their baby mama. Okay? And they still have feelings behind them. You ain't gonna win shit if you still messing with that imposter, that snitch, that thief who took down your information and expect to get a motherfucking win. No, that's like mixing oil with water. Okay? You're gonna have to cut all of that pussy out. Because just say, if you just tell me, if you come over and you fucking with your baby mama, I'm gonna politely tell you, hey man, these services these ain't for you. You know what I mean? They got other people who got lover. I'm still in love with my baby mama services, but they still gonna be on child support. Because I ain't seen nobody who's still in love with their baby mama off of child support unless they drug their ass down, like that story you told me the other day about that dude drug his baby mama by the hair and told him they all gonna stop this shit. And I implied him. I wish I can shake his hand for that shit, right? Or a dude like me, when I tell him like, look, I ain't giving y'all shit. Real talk, we can take this shit to the streets. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all baby mama do that shit to y'all, she for the streets. Remember that. If a woman takes your information, give it to a third party, you ain't give them no permission, there's no written contract, there's nothing in writing saying that she can give out your private information, she's for the streets. Okay?
I would like to add to that, brother, also. You guys know too, I'm prior military, right? I'm a combat action war veteran. So I've been in combat. I know what war is and what it's not. You know what I'm saying? When it's time, and what the baby mama has done is a treasonous act, okay? I know you probably heard it before, but treason is some serious shit, right? It's like somebody who's your friend and they put a knife in your back and then they act like they didn't put a knife in there, you know, like the knife is not still there. So, and also too, reading these books, get you a good book on contracts, okay? One of them is mentioned in one of these Supreme Court case laws, and I got both volumes of it. And let me tell you, some of this contract stuff, women they call it incapacitated from contracting in this nature, especially when it's without your knowledge. You didn't assign her as your agent to do so. You see what I mean? So she committed a treason act without your knowledge, using your information, which should be secret, which should be held in confidence. She used it against you for some fucking money, right? She could have got much more from you if she was a cool ass chick and stayed with you, with your kid. You feel me?
Preach it, brother.
Everybody could have been eaten, but no, she decided, well, I want more, or this relationship failed. She feels like she lost. Let me go get these people. And it takes some real effort too, because that means she left her house. She picked a day to leave her house to go to an agency, fill out all this fucking paperwork, however long it takes to fill out. Put your kid on there, and then send these dogs after you. What kind of shit is that?
Thank you.
You shouldn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck about you, but she did that, right? You shouldn't give a fuck about her when it's time for the tables to turn, right? When it's time to sue her ass and the agency. When it's time for the man to bite the dog. You shouldn't give a fuck. You should, not even be dealing with her. You know what I mean? She put you out there to the wolves, okay, and didn't even turn around and see if you were okay. Fuck them. And give them serve them the same dish. That's it.
That's it, my brother. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I applaud you, man. Thank you. So that's why I worked out for you, all right? Because you're doing what God told you to do, not putting a woman above you. And most of these guys ain't gonna get off child support because they put women above them, to their mama, to their sister, to their auntie. You know what I mean? To their little nieces. Nigga, you nature don't work that way. You know what I mean?
How are you gonna put an individual who's a weaker vessel ahead of you? How are you gonna do? Why would you do that?
Thank you.
She's the weaker vessel. She is the helpmate. She's there to help the man, right? Not to say that she's inferior. Not to say she should remain ignorant or powerless, or you should rule her. But she's supposed to be there to help you, right? If you're doing something. But, like I said, this shit is treason, what they've done. They loved you long enough to have your kid and make a better copy of both of you. But then she turns around and does this treasonous shit to you. You know what? Jay-Z said it best, man. He said, sisters get the best and bitches get what they deserve. And that's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Read these fucking books. Learn these words, learn this language, start putting this paperwork out, learn how to write the paperwork yourself. You have to do the work, you know what I mean? Don't look for some magic bullet, and you don't know what the fuck it means or what's in it or whatever. You know what I mean? You need to be able to do the work. That way when you come getting questioned by these judges, when you really take them to court, to real court, and you know what's in there.
Thank you.
You gotta do the work. Yes, you have to do the work.
Thank you. Y'all heard that shit? Like I say, brothers, I'm glad for the 8 to be in here. The real ones in here who ain't got no love towards no imposter. Fellas.
More than 8 in here, man, for real.
Now, but the reason why ain't that many people in here because they have feminine. You have men with women ways, okay? And they easily get hurt because they. And I'm not gonna bash nobody because they ain't had no father in their life or no type of man figure in their life. But a lot of guys is raised by their mamas. And I did the research. The niggas who fell out with me was friends and their mamas was their male guidance. Okay? So that's what the deal was. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all something tonight. If a woman files for divorce, guess what, fellas? You know what she just did? That's a rescission of the marital contract. She just filed for a rescission. Did you know that?
That's right. That is true.
So if she can,
the contract.
Exactly. So if she can get rid of a marriage, you can get rid of child support But guess what? They got the gatekeepers in your way called the lawyer, because everybody think a lawyer. Let me give y'all some. Just because a nigga got a bar card don't mean he know how to read. He probably just studied to study that. He read to study that test. When I see more women getting a bar card, that's when I know this justice system became a fucking joke. You know what I mean? That shit should be prestigious. Not everybody should be able to join that shit. You know what I mean? But they letting women join this shit, my nigga. That's why I notice I don't have no respect when I see a woman judge or anything. I ain't got no respect no more. That's why I know it's a joke, because the Bible says a woman does not have authority over a man, even her opinion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm not bashing women. Women are beautiful. You know what I mean? It's the dirty ones I don't like. Okay? I'm not down on everyone on earth. See, that's when an illiterate motherfucker say, "Oh, he hate." No, I don't hate women. I hate evil women. But guess what? The majority of these women on this planet ain't no good. So you got to go. Let me tell y'all something. People lie, but the numbers do not. Okay? Numbers don't lie. People do. All right? You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, fellas, get your shit together. Get your house in order. You know what I mean? Whatever you say should be whatever you say goes. Okay? None of you that you say should be up for debate, even anybody outside of your house. You know what I mean? Anybody outside of your house, you shouldn't even be worried about. But somebody in your house, your word should be born. Okay? Whatever you say goes. Now, my brother, how long you been battling these people?
Wow. You mean like how long I've actually been in the system, or how long I started on the journey of trying to fix it?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I've been in the system since, I want to say, around 2006. Okay.
Say that again for them.
Huh?
Say that again for them.
Okay. I've been in there since in the system, right, under their garnishment and their thumb since 2006. Okay. Even back then, I knew something wasn't right about it, but I didn't have any knowledge of anything. I didn't know my rights. I didn't know the laws. I didn't know any of that shit. So I just went on with my life trying to, move on and live with it. You know what I mean? Because I thought it was something you had to do. Because they make it sound like it's for your child support, but it really ain't. Okay? So we fast forward to when I became unable to work and I was disabled, right? And I was supposed to get a good lump sum, but they took it. They took, I want to say, they took about half of it. You know what I mean? And that's when the light bulb went off, right? I want to say this is around 2014-ish. That's when something in my brain said, okay, I'm supporting my kids. Why am I still on child support? You know what I mean? So that was the question I had to myself. So that's when I started on this journey looking for help. You know what I mean? Lawyers wasn't going to help. They always say, I would go in there for consultation. They would say, well, I can go in there and make sure they don't F you too hard, but I can't get rid of it. And now I know it's because they're down with these people. You know what I mean? So that's when I started. I roughly started around 4 years ago on this journey, educating myself, trying to figure out what this child support thing is, what it's not, who's a judge, who's not, all of these details. And over time, you'll get used to it, seeing certain things. You'll start remembering certain things. Then I started going down to the agency, to the customer service, reps, and asking hard questions. And when they can't answer it, that's when I knew I was in the right at that point. They couldn't answer none of the questions of the stuff they should know that I knew. And one of the broads in there told me, well, since you're one of the guys that know more than the rest, you're going to have to go to court to make us stop. And that's exactly what she said to me. So 4 years of me learning and trying to figure out what things are. And this is the result. You know what I mean? I did what I was asked to do, what Wasila asked me to do. admission too. So, bros, whatever he's asking for is worth it. Okay? If you got to save for it, man. You know what I mean? Nothing's for free. He's got to keep his lights on too. He buying these books too. He taking the time out of his day too. You feel me? And you don't need to lean on him to do everything for you. You got to put in the work, but pay the price of admission, and you will have the same result too.
Thank you.
So that's basically what I have to say about that. This isn't a scam. He's no fraud. He's not. I call every time I call him, he answers the phone. Every time I text him, he answers back. You know what I mean? He shows me things that in secret that he don't want nobody else to know, and still remain with me. You know, things in books that he finds that can help me out, and they remain with me. You know what I'm saying? And he did it for nothing. So for all those naysayers, you know what I mean, that say, he's a fake, he's a scam artist, whatever, they don't have any merit at all. I'm living proof. I started on this journey 4 years ago. I'm done with it now. But I'm done with this part of it. But we're gonna take these people into the deeper part of the water and see if they can sink or swim.
Bruh, that's what I'm talking about. Let me hit y'all with something. He said he been on this shit since 2006. 2006, and here's 20, and your children ain't even grown yet, bro.
Well, my oldest is 22.
Oh, okay, my
second
bad.
oldest is 18. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they still was trying to say I owed readers, right?
Okay.
So they stopped. You know what I mean? They were saying I owed readers or whatever. They never validated any of that shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's good though. I should have asked you I never asked about how old your children were, but check this out. Back to what you were saying. Like I tell people, fellas, look here. I ain't begging for you. Look, we don't begging. Shamstoppers is not, and it's not me, it's Shamstoppers. This is a business to begin with. Let me correct the record. And then what's so cold about it, I'm not begging, we're not begging for your money. You know what I mean? If you don't want our services, go read some books. It ain't hurt me because I'm not the one that's going through court and all this shit. I didn't even have to go to court the second one. You know what I mean? My second child's mom. I didn't have to see that shit. And I got a witness right over here right now. Well, I got two witnesses. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something, fellas. Ain't a such thing as ducking service. You don't have service. You can pull up at a service station, and the service station can refuse to give you service, and you can refuse not to get their services for their gas. So it works both ways. So, and at the end of the day, this child support shit is a business. That's it.
It sure is. It's a 7-Eleven. It's a Sam's Club. It's a Walmart. It's exactly what the fuck it is.
It's a business. But you have people want to put fear in you, like the agency is not a court, and the agency don't have power unless you give it to them. Okay, they have power over your child's mom because she's an imbecile, right? She's an idiot, and she's easy, and she won't get some money. So look, we're in a pandemic right now, right? What have these bitches been doing with all this child support money till now? Just think about this. Where is all that money that all these baby mamas getting right now? If these hoes are still doing bad, fellas, guess what? You the fool to give them some goddamn money.
That's true.
She could have did this shit. She could have struggled during this time without getting your money. See how we break this common sense shit down? Let me get you some more common sense. Why in the fuck would you give somebody something for something that you belong and you own? Are you retarded?
Right. The law actually says your kids, when they're under 18, they are your property. They're equally yours too.
Thank you. Say that again. Say that again, bro.
Right. Your children, man, if they're under 18 and they're still in your house, they are considered your property by the law. They're equally yours.
Until you, what they call, emancipate them by releasing them over to the world, saying, get the fuck out of my house, man. You're 18 years old, like my mom and them did me. Get the fuck out. I don't know what you gonna do. You gonna get up out of here. So I was emancipated by my mom and father at the age of 18 years old. That's what emancipation means when your people don't want, when they release you, like when a chick get released into the wild. That is emancipation for a lot of people who don't know that. Because I'm gonna tell you what our people we have a problem with. A lot of our people don't read. Right? So Google ain't gonna free y'all people. I'm just gonna give it to you 100. Google ain't gonna free you. And if Google free you, hit me up and show me. And I will look, and we will pay you 2 racks if Google freed you. Because
I would like to add something to that too. Google, I mean, Google, you're not there. Watchell said it in a video a long time ago. He said that, somebody actually put that on the internet, okay? It could be good information, it could be bad. It could not be telling the whole truth. But you got to understand that some man or woman put that on the internet. They've only given you just enough to nibble on, right? And also think about this too. If all the laws were detailed out there in Google, why in the hell would you need a law school? Why would you need a law college, university? You see what I mean? That means you can just do it online and, you don't need a law school if everything was there in Google.
Bro, Kish was going to the library, and I was going by myself. Then Kish was going by herself. Then me and JC hooked up. We was going, and we used to see this old lawyer in there. He used to sit at the end of the library. Oh, dude, this dude, am I lying, bro?
No. You're on point, man.
This dude had to be about 80 years old, bro. Yeah. He was an 80-year-old lawyer, still in there reading books. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man, there's some shit in these books, man. My goodness.
And let me tell you something this. Let me tell you on this one. When I was going to Virginia College for paralegal studies, my Juris Doctor, the head of the paralegal studies program, told me, he said, such and such. He called me by my government name. He said, man, that's cool. Y'all be a paralegal and a lawyer. That's cool to have those titles. And he pointed to the side of the room. They had all these law books. He said, if you don't read those over there, them titles mean nothing. You ain't shit. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man.
You know what I mean? Because guess what? You got to be the author of your life. Okay? You can listen to me. You can call me. Like niggas call me fraud. Okay. Yeah, call me fraud for not putting you on child support. For going down there and putting your name on Social Security. Yeah, call me fraud. Yeah, also call me fraud for not enforcing the shit somebody else is doing to you. Okay? Because we had assholes come over here, get $2,000 refund checks, go deposit the shit back in the bank. The child support agency snatched the shit out, and a lawyer threatened him with a warrant, said, hey, if you don't come over here and sign these papers, you're going to go to jail. And I have a witness here on that. He signed that shit, and he was paying $1,000 when I got him off. When Shamstoppers got him off. Motherfucker signed another piece of paper to pay $1,500 a month. Now he's still running right now. Then he fucking around with some other clown. But then he run around here sucking on some pussy lips. You know what I mean? That's the shit I'm talking about. I don't want to fool with no niggas who still uplifting their baby mama and talking about the woman is God. Let me hit y'all with something. There will never be a black woman as a Supreme Court justice because they believe in shaking their ass in the club and wearing dead man's hair. Okay? There will never have. Name me one black woman that got a goddamn tech company. Thank you. Crickets in the room. I can hear a rat fart from across I-35. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. Look, the black woman in this country need revival. They need exorcisms. They need to be washed. Okay? They need to be washed because they are the clowns of these women on this planet. The other women are fine. They go-getters. But black women are the number one women on this planet that's leading this child support shit, but in the streets want to march talking about the BLM. No, it's the black lesbian movement. That's what that shit is. And and a lot of black women are lesbians and they like faggots as they friends, right? So, man, I ain't finna get started. This ain't about me. It's about you. I'm gonna say this for another podcast, my brother. But this is about your victory. I'm happy for you. May the Almighty Creator bless you. You know what I mean? Because you've been through some shit, sleeping in your car. You know, like you said, when you told me that shit, I'm like, God damn. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can tell them about that too. I remember this was around 2006, and this is when the second child support was trying to hit, and they basically took my rent money, bro. I was making at the time $9 an hour. I was new to the state, you know, so I didn't have the greatest job. So I was making $9 an hour, and they took $600 from me for one of my kids, and my rent was $600. So I had to go up to, you know, the state that was trying to do the garnishment, iron some shit out. Of course I failed. I didn't know nothing. And I came back to an eviction notice. I had to sleep in my car 37 days. Okay, parked in the parking lot of where I worked. That's where I slept.
Hold up. Listen to this, y'all. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How many bitches can handle them sleeping in the car? How many bitches? Well, you know what they'll do to a bitch? They'll give her shelter, all that, right? But you supposed to take that shit, right? You know what I mean? They'll give a woman a place to stay, a shelter, and she'll invite some niggas over there to come on there and suck some dick. Leave the children at home. Fellas, check out this show on I ain't watch it, but I seen a preview called P-ville, right? P-ville. So it's in Mississippi, the stripper, but they had it's a homosexual dude. That's the owner. He reminds me of Tyler Perry, but I give it to Tyler Perry. He's a cold pimp. Black women love homosexual men. Remember that. They don't want masculinity, fellas. That's out of there because they don't want nobody to tell them what to do because they head strong, right? They head so strong they don't want to suck your dick.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Fellas, if a woman ain't sucking your meat, she ain't bringing you no money, then she don't love you because love is action. Okay? That's all I know. That's all I know. You know what I mean?
Their love is very conditional, bros. I'm gonna tell you right now. So the minute you tell them no and they don't like it, they're gonna be off to the next thing. And that's just how they work.
That's how they work. So guess what, fellas? Your love should have a lot of conditions. If you don't suck this dick right, you don't tickle these balls, you don't go get me with somebody, you don't make my sandwich right, you don't cook my pizza right, I'm gonna go find me another bitch that would. You know what I mean? Fellas, don't be a homo because a lot of these people, just because one bitch ain't gonna get it right, there's some bitches out here want to get it right that want to wash your dirty drawers. Okay? I don't give a fuck if she fat, skinny, big, whatever. As long as she take care of that cock, long as she make you happy, that's all what matters. Long as she bringing you some money, that's all what matters. Long as she ain't arguing with you and everything else for a motherfucking debate, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you something, and I hope y'all share something to these black women, like my brother say. If a woman start arguing with you, go get you another woman that don't want to argue, because they out here. Because that causes stress to your heart. You have a heart attack and you dead. And once you dead, guess what? She outside giving somebody else head. Okay?
Yeah. And also too, guys, the whole meaning of success is when everybody's pushing in the same direction. You don't need some broad pushing against you, right? When she makes frivolous and foolish decisions all the time, you know what I mean? You don't need somebody pushing against you. You need somebody pushing with you. That's how success is made.
Thank you. And check this out. Now, if the bitch was smart, if these dumb hoes were smart out here, they're like, hey, babe, I'm finna go apply for this assistance. We finna get us some stamps. Hey, we finna make us a catering business and cook for people and make some money. Now, these bitches, they brain the size of a gnat turd. I ain't never seen one of those. You know what I mean? But they not about their money. They're about taking your money and fucking another nigga. And that's what's this thing about these women out here who want to have 8 or 9 children and talking about they want a serious relationship? Huh? What's up with these hoes who want to get ran through 80 dicks and talking about it's time for her to settle down and make you wait for some coochie?
Nah.
Huh?
Nah, that's hustling backwards right there. That's backwards.
Bro, let me tell y'all something. Before you take a broad on a date, you need to test out the product. You need to see if she can suck some or ride some. Then you grade her meal. If she gives a good performance, then you take her, go get her something to eat. If not, adios. You pump and dump. Because guess what? They pumping and dumping a lot of niggas now, especially in these family courts and divorce courts. I don't have no fucking feelings and emotions about the way a woman feels right now. I really don't. Because guess what?
You just reminded me of something, brother. I always tell certain women, right, when I have deep conversations with them, I say, look, economically speaking, right, women have the advantage. They have the pussy supply. The men have the pussy demand. So the economic is always in their favor, right?
Correct.
What incentive do they have to act right with you or any other dude? You see what I'm saying? They don't have any incentive to act right.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you know that, now, I mean, you're already 10 steps ahead of the game if you already know that.
Thank you. Thank you. See, Phil, that's what I'm talking about, fellas. We having a real man conversation tonight. You know what I mean? This is the channel. I'm gonna say bitch, hoe, no good. I can cuss. Look, I can cuss or swear in my house and call a bitch a no good cat scallywag. I can't speak on the other channels. You know what I mean? It's a man running this motherfucker up in here. Okay? You know what I mean? So, like I say, fellas, live, love, and enjoy life, man. Stop caring what a bitch opinion is. Your opinion matters. Okay? Your life matters. I know I ain't voting this year. I ain't voting a day of my life. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you one thing about Republicans. They believe in bringing some money. Democrats, demonics, they believe in destroying your shit and letting you go down there and put your social security number on the fucking application and giving you hell. That's all I know. The Democrats are mainly women. Okay? They demonic. You know what I mean? But we ain't gonna be on here all day, man. If y'all got any questions, y'all know, hit us up. You don't want services, hey, so be it. But you want victory, bring your ass on over here. Fuck talking about money, because everybody in this room and ran through $100,000 already. $2,000 ain't shit. So y'all and count up all the money you've been paying this hoe since you've been on child support, right? But you can't invest in $2,000 for yourself. For me to give you some shit that a lawyer ain't gonna give you, a lawyer ain't gonna give you a motherfucking thing.
A lawyer is not gonna go against the bar. A lawyer will not go against his fellow man in the bar. It won't go against the court. It will not go against the state that they work in. You understand? You are the last effing thing, and you're hiring them. You're the last priority. You're the last priority. Russell is giving it to you, man. I'm telling you. He's giving it. I am proof of that. You know what I'm saying? He is giving it to you. It's up to you to do the effing work and understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's why you have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? It's not magic. This is some shit you can learn and you can be taught it. But you gotta do the work, man. Don't be lazy. Don't be fucking lazy, man. It's and reading this stuff, it's gonna take some time for you to get used to, because the way they speak in this writing is a little bit different than the way we've been taught in school, okay? So just get used to it, man. Just keep doing it. Read it to yourself 3 or 4 times over until you understand what's going on. Get you a freaking law dictionary. Learn what these words are saying and do the effing work. Pay the price of admission to Shamstoppers or wherever the fuck you want to pay it to. You know what I mean? But pay the price of admission. These guys are putting their time in. They're putting their knowledge in. They're sitting here taking their time out to do these podcasts. They're sitting their time out to do shit in the background. They're getting back to you. They're calling you. They're responding to your text. Pay Pay them, man. Just like you want to get paid. Pay them.
And another thing, fellas, let me hit y'all with something about money, how money works. You don't use money to go fuck off. All right? You don't use money to go fuck off. You use money to invest, to build with, not to go buy no buy no pussy. You use money to be responsible, pay your bills. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all, I'm gonna do a podcast for y'all. You know what it's gonna be called? Being faithful to yourself, instead of being faithful to a bitch.
Enjoy your own company. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. Be entertained with yourself. There's nothing wrong with being, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. You see what I'm saying? There's two different words. They sound the same, they almost look the same. But they're two different words. You can be alone, but you don't have to be lonely. You understand?
Thank you. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's for everybody. There's somebody. It's somebody for everybody. You know what I mean? It's somebody for everybody. Two heads are better than one. I couldn't do Shamstoppers by myself because I have Kish, G Alex, and JC. I can't do this shit by myself. Sometimes I get burnt out. You know what I mean? But guess what? I keep it pushing. I keep it moving. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take me some breaks. You got to, because I'm human. You know what I mean? I'm human. You know what I mean? We all human. We all deserve a break. You know what I'm talking about? But don't break don't take no vacation, because broke people take vacations.
Right.
Rich people don't vacate. Ain't no vacation. Why all these broke ass niggas on? What are these niggas taking these vacations at? Like people used to tell me, man, you need to travel. You ain't never been over here. Hey man, I ain't going nowhere without no money just to go say I've been here, and you come back broke, you can't pay your goddamn bill. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what these bitches said when the club was open? Oh, they not clubbing in the pandemic? What's all this shit talking these bitches was talking before this pandemic hit?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm saying. I look, I've been going through a pandemic ever since I was little. You know what I mean? So this shit that was going on ain't shit to me. So we about to sign out, bro. We've been on here long enough. You know what I mean? But peace to you. Peace to you, my brother. I'm happy for you. Enjoy yourself. Spoil yourself. You know what I mean? Hey, man. Shit, I'm happy, man.
Well, I'll just say this before we go. I'm happy for it too, and again, I'm grateful for you Shamstoppers. All the team over there. Kish, I don't even know who Kish is. I hope we get to hear from him one day. JC, G Alex, peace to all you guys. And at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm not gonna enjoy it too much, because I know now it's time for the get back, the big payback. You know what I mean? And we got some bigger fish to fry here. Because I've been injured, I've been violated. My rights, federally protected and constitutionally protected, have been violated.
Thank you.
Like I said, I've been to war. I know what war is. I know how to perform in that environment. Okay, so we're gonna take them there, and we're gonna see how they can handle the shit. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, guys, live for the truth, right? Because with the truth, there is no argument. Okay, and learn what your rights are and defend them. And that's pretty much it for me.
And I'm going to read this letter, my brother, before we sign off. We are writing to you about your order number concerning your responsibility for child support, alimony, court-ordered victim restitution. We will no longer take any money out of your Social Security payments for child support, alimony, or court-ordered victim restitution, because the court has sent us an order to stop withholding. If you disagree with the decision of the court that issued the garnishment order, you will need to contact them directly or have a lawyer do it for you. Social Security Administration. Woo!
We are the lawyers here. You, Shamstoppers, B, we are lawyers. We the real lawyers here.
Well, we ain't lawyers. Well, I don't want to say that.
Don't say that. No.
We the laymen.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough. You know.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yep. Thank you, Ray River. It should be thousands of men learning it. But now, like I said a long time ago, Ray, a lot of men are jealous. They have feminine feelings. They don't have masculine feelings because the real man will be happy. Say, man, I want to learn this. I want to participate. I want to get on. Now we got a lot of bitch niggas in this country, and they need to go somewhere. You know what I mean? They just cut their penis off, stick it in their ass, or feed it to their neighbor's dogs. You know what I mean?
What they need to do is sharpen their fucking fangs and bite somebody's ass for this bullshit. You know what I mean?
No, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They want to put on a dress and yeah, no, they're not gonna fight, bro. This is like what the military say. All they need is a few good what?
Few good men.
That's all Shamstoppers need. Okay, that's all we need. So we signing off, people. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah, peace to all of y'all.
Peace.